CJ, I know that they would have said that maybe it was against a weakened opposition, the win on Saturday, but a great vibe, I'm sure, all the same amongst the squad this morning coming into training.
Yeah, for sure. I think the score hasn't really reflected. It was a physical game and a tough game as well. We had to work hard, and I think we were disappointed from the week before. But it was a great game. Some of our things worked, and it's good to see our set pieces went well, and that's something we need to take into this weekend.
Some great handling and some great carries from the forwards, really, I suppose, emphasising the forwards in attack. That's something that's looked at this year, but I suppose it's bringing that into maybe more pressurised games.
Yeah, I think we got a bit of space this weekend, so it's good to show off those skills. I think that's the thing Johan brought in when he came in, to make sure the forwards can handle the ball, and I think it paid off. It just comes down to if we can produce it again coming this weekend.
And I suppose this weekend coming up against Leinster, it's going to be obviously a tougher test away. How are you looking going into that? Are you looking forward to, I suppose, the challenge of it?
Yeah, look, I think it's probably the toughest test we're going to get. The best team in Europe, they proved that last year. So we haven't been successful up there for a long time. I think since 2014. So going up there and just want to be consistent in the way we play and the way we train, and make sure we get out of this game on, game off. Hopefully we can push on and get consistent.
Obviously it's a standalone fixture on its own, obviously a Pro14 fixture, but how much of an eye is there in putting in a performance looking ahead to vital Champions Cup fixtures as well?
Yeah, I think we have to look at this weekend. That's the only thing that's in front of us we can take. I think we want to get consistent. We want to build on last weekend, and we know we've got big games coming up. But I think there's no better test than this weekend to make sure we're ready for those games.
CJ, obviously, not saying that the start of the year isn't important, but the opening couple of rounds of the Pro14, there's that, I suppose, room for leeway. You're now coming into a Leinster game, and then 2 weeks where there's very, very little room for error. Do you notice a shift in focus, or I suppose a more concentrated approach to training, almost like, okay boys, it's getting really serious now?
No, I think from last year we knew the start of the season is important because it bit us in the end, with the points to get a home semi or to go up and a home semi in the Pro14. But going on to this weekend, I think that every time the contrasting is up there, everyone is ready to go. I think everyone got a few chances. The team changed over the last few weeks, so I think there's more. It'll come down to a more consistent team and everyone playing together for a long time now and knowing each other. So that's important to build it into these weeks.
22 tries in the first 2 home games, 6, 7, and 9. The backs coach was very happy.
Oh yeah, Felix. Yeah, look, things work. I think when things work, they come down and it looks good. But I think most of the tries you scored was just from individual guys working hard off the ball, and making sure they're in the right position to get over the try line. I think the attack coach and all the coaches are happy with our performance on the weekend. But I think they know we've got a big challenge coming this weekend. And again, everything started new. That game's behind us already. Everything started new this morning. We have to make sure we prepare at our best for the best Leinster team we've played against.
Good debut for Albie Matthewson as well.
Yeah, he had a great debut. I think he surprised us all. I think Johan said it after the match with his NFL throw, but I think we all were stressed when he threw it, but it worked out. It was quite good. Something he brings into the team, he brings it into the training as well. And it's great to have a guy like that with all the experience he has in the team. He brings a bit of energy and something new.
What about on the personal level, CJ? Joe Schmidt's on the record as saying he watches the Interpro games and the Champions Cup games. They're the next 3 weeks. There's massive competition for the back row in Munster, but also Ireland. Yeah,
that's always the thing. I think all the boys, that's not fast enough. I've said it before. They go into the back row, so there's always competition, and there's no better way to test yourself and see where you stand in these weeks. I know they look at it, and the important thing is to perform for Munster and make sure you put your hand up for the Munster team and then get selected after that. There's a few big games coming up now and great opportunities for everyone to take that chance.
You've won medals with Ireland. Does it annoy this group? Does it annoy you that you haven't won much at Munster?
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit of frustration. I think a lot of players, we've spoken a lot about it. When we felt we have had chances in the past to get medals and to get competitions. But it's a thing that we're trying to work on during the start of the season and during the season to make sure we get opportunity to get those medals. I think it's important to start the season well, to end it off well, and to get medals. And I mean, the ultimate goal is to win something for Munster.
CJ, your away form, home form this season is obviously brilliant. The away form hasn't really matched up to it. I guess the Aviva on Saturday is the best place to try and rectify that.
Yeah, look, we that's the one thing I think consistency-wise we've been game on, game off, and it's something that we've spoken about, and a few places we've looked at how to get that. The biggest, I say again, the biggest test weekend is surely going to be this weekend in Aviva. We're playing against a great Leinster team, and we know we struggled up there the last few years, but we're going up there to make sure we train well this week and go up there and play our game and make sure we build on this weekend and not the week before.
And it's a big game as well for Joey Carberry, obviously going back to Leinster. How has he fitted in so far this season?
Yeah, he's came in straight away, fitted into the mould, like he's been here years. I think playing with him up in Irish setup and training with him, him as a player. I think he's a guy that brings a lot of calmness and relaxation almost into the team, and he runs everything with a cool head, and I think that's something we need, and you can see it on the pitch, and I think I can see on his face he enjoys it here. So.